It's the Clearing the Crease podcast powered by BODOG, the band all here bright and early to kick your week off. It's the Calder Trophy winner, Andrew Raycroft, the Cup winner, Mike Commodore Commie, and the reason why you buy each and every year a brand new copy of NHL from EA Sports. James Sapolsky right here. You know you love it. Hey, just a reminder, everybody, we are on Apple. We're on Spotify, YouTube. You can also follow along on all the social channels. Commie's always a great follow. Razor always insightful. You can find them on Twitter, Instagram. Also, the Clearing the Crease podcast accounts on Instagram, X, and TikTok as well. Okay, lots to get to. We're going to get to our Saturday special. Yes, the Clearing the Crease Saturday special. We were oh so close, and there was just one of us that had to screw it up and cost everybody money. We'll get to that coming up in just a moment. But let's dive into where we are this week. How you guys doing? Razor, how you feeling, man? You are repping the team BODOG. You know you're due for a raise here in their next contract based on how well you wave the flag.
Yeah, I'm going to keep leaning into that. Hopefully somebody notices at some point. That's kind of my new motto now. I just, sell out as much as I possibly can. So that's what I'm doing, repping the brand. It's a good hat, actually. It's a really
nice good hat. I agree.
You look good.
Yeah, I like this hat. All good. I don't know about you guys. I know, Commie, you're traveling, you're in Utah. But this season, I've done 7 Bruins games in 12 days. I don't know how the players are doing this right now. Because
you're saying you're tired as a broadcaster.
Correct. I'm literally just doing nothing but sitting and talking. But I'm West Coast, East Coast. My head's in a blender and I'm not playing in the league. I don't know how. I'm looking forward to talking more about it because this schedule is nuts for these guys.
It is a start. It's a start after going dark for a day or two. Yeah, I'm. You know what? I don't care, man. We wanted hockey season. They had 6 months off. Let's go.
Hey, no warming up. No.
Okay. Well, speaking of warming up,
our Saturday.
One of us had a bit of a. One of us had a
you're gonna get called out.
Yeah.
Whatever do you mean? Sorry, my microphone's cutting out here. Our Saturday special for Clearing the Crease, the Saturday special Clearing the Crease podcast. So we picked 3 games on Saturday night for you to try to help you put some scratch in your pocket. And, well, let's just say the experts, the guys who played, the guys who know something about the game, unlike this windbag over here, they went a perfect 2-0. Razor, you had Philly pulling the shock and awe, knocking off the Wild. It happened. Your sphincter might have tightened up a little bit because they delivered in overtime, but you nailed it. You nailed it, Razor.
Nailed it.
Yeah, you got that one. Commie, you looked out at the West Coast late at night and you said, you know what? Those Pittsburgh Penguins.
They're going to be ready to rock.
Going into San Jose.
It was more a San Jose thing, but yeah, I mean, you can't talk my pickup too much. I mean, I'm picking on low-hanging fruit there. I'm just picking on the Sharks, but
you had a
win is a win. Yeah.
You had a coach that dangled a child in exchange for a W, and that still wasn't enough for the San Jose Sharks to shake it. Pittsburgh delivers the win for Commie. So that was 2 for 2 on the Clearing the Crease Saturday special. And then old Sapolsky decided to go with the two-time defending Stanley Cup champion Florida Panthers. And they served up one giant poop emoji in Buffalo and got blanked by the Sabres. So there. And I ruined it right out of the gate. Early morning game on the West Coast for me. Turn on the TV at 9 o'clock in the morning and just watch Buffalo run the champs out of Buffalo. So
3-0. I got a few messages about that on Instagram from people I don't know. You get the requests for messages from people. They were giving it to you about. Obviously, they were Sabres fans. They're like, a nice pick. You guys are losers. Buffalo spanked the football. I'm like, hey, Seaball, that was bad pick. What do you want me to say? Sorry.
Well, I'm glad they went to you and not me. Commodore, clearly easy to find than Sapolsky. So
yes.
There you go. Thank you for eating that burger for me.
No problem. Don't ever do it again.
So we went 2-1. We went 2-1 on our 3 games, but hey, you know what? If you took those 2 individually, it'd be all right. So you are welcome, courtesy of Razor and Commie. So we get a redo. Where do we want to go this week, gentlemen, for our Saturday special?
Just looking at it, I'm going to go with my new favorite goalie, Stolarz. You know what? The Buffalo Sabres I know I'm going into danger zone here. They're beating us up. Yeah, I know. I can't say I love this, but I'm going to take a swing at it. They have a home and home with the Leafs Friday and Saturday. God, I almost kind of want to roll with the Sabres, but I'll take the Leafs on Saturday night on the second half of the back-to-back to beat the Sabres at home.
I like that. I like that. Buffalo.
I don't know if I love it.
They can't go lie in both games. I like that. Well, I'm taking the Tampa Bay Lightning over the Anaheim Ducks. The Anaheim Ducks are on the road all week long. They started in Chicago on Sunday. They come to Boston on Thursday. They go to Florida. I think by the end of the week, they're just kind of hanging out. Tampa's at home all week. And that's why I'm taking Tampa. Tampa over Anaheim Saturday night.
Ducks have been fun to watch so far.
Yeah,
I gotta say,
and Tampa's struggling. Like they're not dialed in yet, but that's why I think they're gonna lock it in here.
Lock in. Yeah. I like that. I like that pick as well.
C-ball, what do you got?
Oh my God! You know what? I'm hoping for the Commie rub on this one here. I'm going with the Penguins over Columbus. I really. Hey, look. So many people had the Penguins picked as maybe the worst team in the league this year. In terms of where they're at and, chasing. And you know what, with the Penguins' luck based on their history over the years, Jágr, Lemieux, Crosby, Gino, is Gavin McKenna in the cards?
Is that the story? It's luck? Okay.
Well, I mean, they did win the lottery with the Carl Crosby thing, right? So,
wasn't that rigged?
The lottery, that was an interesting one.
Wasn't that rigged? I think it was.
The ownership stability
Mario
lottery.
got that one done.
Yes, exactly.
Happy anniversary! 20 years, by the way. Give me the Penguins. Give me the Penguins over Columbus. And look, I mean, for all the concern and knock on Pittsburgh. You know what? Sid and Gino are off to a great start. They're over a point a game, and both goaltenders, Artur Silovs and Tristan Jarry, each have a shutout already. So, you know what? They're getting some decent goaltending play. They're 4-2 to start the season as we record this. I'm sure by the end of the week, they'll be below 500 as I say this and put this into the universe. But give me the Penguins over the Blue Jackets coming up on Saturday. So there's your Clearing the Crease Saturday special. We got the Pens over Columbus. We're taking Tampa to knock off the Ducks. And Commie, why am I having a brain fart again?
Toronto over the
Leafs. My new favorite goalie. Yeah.
A lot of love for goalies this week here on the Crease podcast. Commie, you're in Salt Lake. Is this the first time you've done a game in Salt Lake working up there?
It's the first time I've done a game ever anywhere, but it's the second time this is the second game I've been to. I came to a game last year, a Mammoth game with like 7 or 8 games left. I came with no expectations. They played the Jets last year. Jets were awesome last year, and I watched them play on a Saturday night. And I'm assuming you guys haven't been here. Have you been here, Razor? No. I'll tell you what, it's awesome. In my opinion, I think it's awesome. I had a great time last year. Downtown Salt Lake is clean. It's easy. The rink, although it doesn't look like much from the outside, it looks a little gritty. You get inside, I think it's great, and they did a bunch of work. But anyways, the fans are into it. Last night's game was good. I didn't, I was all pumped up to see the Bruins, Razors Bruins, and I wanted to see the Green Jacket winner in action. But I was so busy. I had the game on, but we were interviewing people the entire time. So, I was there and I saw a couple shifts, but I didn't get a chance to really watch this game, which I'm disappointed. But I had a good time last night. But it's fun. For anybody who hasn't been, I would put Utah on your list. It's easy. The airport's right here. The rink is good. It's a good time. And don't believe all that Mormon stuff you hear about. I'll tell you what, I've been here now 5 nights in 5 nights for these 2 games last year and this year. And I heard about, the Mormon rules with booze and alcohol. And I'll tell you what, if there's one thing I haven't been here, and that's underserved. So don't believe that stuff. You can have a good time if you want. I highly recommend Salt Lake. It's fun.
Well, 2 things. A, see if you still feel that way about Mormons after watching American Primeval on Netflix. Just put that out there. Watch that series.
Okay,
Highly recommend.
I don't know what that is.
Well,
look it up.
good series. Violent, but very good series if you like the Wild West. Secondly, shout out to Ryan Smith with what he's done with Utah, right? And where was that ownership at any point in Arizona, right, guys? I mean,
I can answer that right now. It was non-existent. Yeah. I'll tell you what, just to like kind of wrap it up a little bit with here, like I did a tour of their brand new practice facility yesterday morning. Like it is awesome. And that went up in like months.
6 months.
Yeah, it went up in months. So they got 2 sheets of ice, like the training facility, like anything you can think of. Like, you know, every once I go back to the University of North Dakota and those players are pampered. I mean, it is very, very nice in there. This is on the same level. Like it is unreal. And then, you know, they were telling me too, last year, you know, everybody kind of had the complaint. Well, not a complaint because they knew it was going to happen, but like, you know, if you were sitting in one of the arena is built for basketball, the Jazz. So if you were sitting in one of the ends, it was like you basically couldn't see from like the top of the circles in on because it was just the way it was set up. But yeah, the guys were telling me. So I went in there this year. Now that is gone. So apparently last year, the moment, you know, Utah missed the playoffs, the Jazz missed the playoffs too. So as soon as those regular seasons were done, I guess the fans were going out the door and the construction workers were coming in and they basically worked. Tyson was telling me it was like 24/7. Like 24/7 for the entire, they like knocked it back. So now you can see everything. I guess they raised the ice like a foot. That can't be cheap. So yeah, this guy is sparing no expense. And it's great. Like I said, I can't speak highly enough of it, to be honest. You come here as a player and you go see that practice facility, you'll be like the Vancouver Canucks don't have a practice. You know, Rick Talk was talking. Vancouver Canucks been around forever. They got nothing. This place is unreal. Like if I came here and I was like a free agent, I'd be like, I would definitely think about it for sure.
Where there's a will, there's a way, right? In terms of putting money forward and all that. Although I do have to say, as much as Vancouver gets laughed at and ridiculed, I mean, they oftentimes practice at the University of British Columbia, which ranks as one of the tippy top universities, not just in Canada, but that is internationally ranked. Like you're one of the most scenic, beautiful campuses on the planet. So it's not like they're in the downtown east side in a war zone or anything like that where they're, you know, hey, go play pond hockey. But your point is 100% valid. By the way, shout out to Tyson Nash. Everybody working with Tyson over the last week or so here, Commie. Okay, I want to dive into a story that kind of caught my interest over the weekend, and I'm sure you guys caught this as well. The Leafs, they just love to give us something, right? There's always a story. Anthony Stolarz. How about this? Calling out William Nylander, not necessarily by name, but it was pretty clear and obvious after Big Willie Styles goes for a Sunday skate in overtime, completely concedes, serves up the breakaway. Stolarz gets beaten in overtime. Leafs fall to the Seattle Kraken. And after the game, Stolarz, just to kind of paraphrase the quote here, a lot of guys have been here for a while. Overtime, you can't let someone beat you up the ice there and get a clear-cut breakaway. You want to be on the ice in that situation. You've got to work hard. You got to work back. It cost us a point. Should also point out that Mr. October, Austin Matthews, was also on the ice in that moment as well. But the real indication is Nylander. I know you love that one.
I do love that one.
but
Mr. October.
But it was Nylander, quite glaring in that moment. Big deal or no big deal? I want to start with the goalie perspective on this one. Razor, you were in Toronto. I mean, you know what it's like when you're putting words out there into the universe in a market like that. Big deal or no big deal? Stolarz calling out Nylander like that.
It'll be a big deal for a few days. And I can absolutely promise you that Anthony Stolarz woke up Sunday and was like, oh, I have to deal with this on Monday when I go to the rink. I really didn't I kind of wanted to, but it wasn't that big. Now it's a national thing. We're talking about, he's going to have to answer it again at practice. The next, so it's important. Like, I think it's a good thing for the Leafs. Like, this doesn't happen often because guys are so worried about it. This is what happens in Toronto is guys talk behind backs, or they'll do it off camera to the reporters to get on their side. Like, what is that? You got all this bickering going in behind the scenes. It's out there. I think Berube is encouraging this. I think with his honesty as well. And the reality is Stolarz just signed a 5-year deal. So I think he's peacocking around a little bit too, that he's got his chest out. Like, I can kind of say what I want now as well. So
I'm the man.
There's a lot of dynamics at this, but it probably in the end, well, I know at the end, it's not a big deal. We'll forget about this because it's something else will happen, but it's probably a good thing for the Leafs on some level at some point, but certainly it's annoying when you have to deal with it 2 days later, because that's the mecca of hockey.
Commie, does that come back, or does a conversation like that come back based on your experience in the room?
Well, yeah. I mean, I think it depends on the personalities. I don't know either one of them. So, but like you would think, I mean, I kind of like it. Hey, these podcasts are easier when these guys say something. So perfect. I love it. And I do think, hey, look, in the moment he's pissed off, and I don't think there's anything wrong with that at all. But I agree with Razor in saying that too. I would imagine he's probably like, oh man, maybe I should have just done it right in the room or face to face and give it to him a little bit. But so I think there's probably a conversation that if it hasn't happened already, probably needs to happen. But I don't think that's a bad thing at all. Like, hey, I think it should be able to give it to guys a little bit. Because it's Toronto, I'm not like Razor said, I don't know if you want to deal with all that. I would say, like, if I was a Leafs fan, kind of the only not concerning thing, but like maybe, and you're not going to get anything, I mean, Austin, your boy, Mr. October, he never says anything really that I've seen. So you're not going to get anything out of him, but you would maybe like to, I mean, maybe it shouldn't be our goaltender doing it. Maybe it should be somebody else that's, maybe pushing the buttons a little bit. But at the end of the day, I don't think it's a huge deal. But like I said, dealing with it media-wise, it's going to be all over coast to coast. And it'd be like, oh, God, I should have just shut my mouth and just told them in person. But I think it's fine.
Yeah, I think it just in terms of, look, it's mid-October right now. So if you're going to say something or address something, why not early? We've certainly seen a trend of coaches and players, management, people getting called out early this season. I think Jim Montgomery he went early with the Blues. Todd McClellan. I want to get into Detroit in a little bit here, but Todd McClellan's been vocal in the early start. Like, it seems like there's just way more of an expectation to get off to a good start this season than years past. Razor, you talked about all the games right out of the gate here, but is that fair? Have you seen that trend?
No, 100%. It is. It's happening because they're already the Bruins are going to go, like I cover the Bruins. The Bruins are going to have 10% of their season down in 14 days. They're going to have 8 games played in 14 days tomorrow night when they play, or on Tuesday night when they play Florida.
Olympic year, baby. Olympic year.
So it's like an American League schedule.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is. Like the American League, the jungle schedule in March. That's what these guys are on. The 4 and 7s, the 5 and 9s. Like, it's crazy. And it's just put so much pressure on the coaches, on the players. Commie, how many times did you have a bad 12-day stretch in the league? But it would only affect 3 games or 4 games. Like, if you got the flu or you got sick the day before the home opener, it takes you 12 days in the NHL to recover, like your body to actually feel good, because you're going to play, but you're going to feel like junk for 6 days. And then you have to get your strength up for 6 days. Yeah. So you get 12 days and you miss 3 games. No big deal. This time you're missing 7 games. You're missing 10 games of the season where you feel 100% or feel real good. And that's why these coaches are losing it. The players are getting, you have a bad start. You've only scored 1 goal in 7 games. Well, it's only 1 goal in 12 days. It doesn't feel that bad to you, but it's a bunch of games. So this schedule is messing with everybody. And I think especially the coaches and the players. And man, I don't like, it's not that bad, but I don't have many games left to score already or win. And I'm already behind. And I think that's why we're seeing these guys call everybody out and just be so intense out of the gates.
Didn't the San Jose coach just say he give up his kid for a win?
Yeah.
Didn't he just say that? I saw that. I was like,
unbelievable. But that's, and it's only been 12 days. It's literally October 15th.
Yeah, it's early.
Yeah. right? Yeah. Like halfway through October, and they're losing their minds, giving away their kids.
They're just the pressure and the expectation, and as the dollars continue to increase, the expectations only to continue to climb higher and higher. And you know what? And in fairness, it's October, right? There's a little bit of a sleepwalking in years past with the league. So having this sort of expectation, having this sort of urgency, bring it on. Right? Meaningful games is what we want. And if we're going to 84 games as a league, make it meaningful, make it matter. We got something to talk about as a podcast in the middle of October right now. I welcome it, right? We need more goalies calling out guys, dogging it in the center ice and overtime. Bring it on. I'm here for chaos. Let the league burn. Come on.
Ripping on people. I love it.
Okay, don't puck it up. We look around the league at certain things and we just simply say, don't puck it up. And for me this week, guys, I'm going with, you know what? Former Detroit Red Wing great, Mike Commie, this one's for you.
Okay.
My don't puck it up is the Detroit Red Wings. Detroit Rock City on a heater to start the season. They're 5-1. Dylan Larkin, kind of salty. Didn't like the fact that Stevie Y and the Yzer plan didn't really do anything at the deadline last year. This guy's backing it up with his actions on the ice. Third in league scoring as we record this episode. 11 points already on the season for Larkin. He's been a beast on the ice. It's been 9 freaking years since the Red Wings have been into the playoffs, a 9-year playoff drought. And we are of the generation, guys, that all through the 90s and 2000s, a 25 straight year appearance in the postseason for the Red Wings. And that's been almost non-existent for almost a full decade. Don't puck it up, Detroit. Keep the good thing going. 5-1. Can you finally end the 9-year drought and finally make the Yzer plan a success? Don't puck it up.
I love it. You or me, Razor?
Tommy's up.
Okay. You know what? I'll just go since I'm here in Utah. Now the big Mammoth fan. You know what? After getting a tour of the arena, I've seen the games, a couple of games. The fans are into it. They've got some good players. They got a pretty good thing going here overall. And I'm bringing the whole thing in. The owner spending money and people fired up. They got a real good thing going here. So to the management of the Utah Mammoth, don't puck this up because I think there's a lot of potential here in the next couple of years, and I'm interested to see where it would go. So that's mine. This nice brand new practice facility right downtown here, the rink. Some great bars right down here too. This is fun around here. Don't puck it up, Utah.
Future Mormon convert, Mike Commie.
I might. Hey, these Mormons aren't that bad, fellas. I might. I'm a free agent.
When there's a will, there's a way. There's a will, there's a way for Commie.
That's right.
Wherever he is.
That's right.
He's a chameleon.
The temple's right up the road. I could go join. Somebody will hand me an orange and I'll talk to him. And the next thing you know, I'll be a Mormon.
An orange with a big red afro. You were made to be a Mormon.
Perfect.
Yeah.
I was going to go over to baseball, but I'm not going to go to baseball. I'm going to let the World Series play out. We'll talk more about that next week.
Okay.
So I'm going to go to the Ottawa Senators. Senators goal differential. Don't puck it up. Ottawa Senators -10 goal differential through 6 games. They're getting smoked. They're giving up a ton. My boy, Travis Green. I love everybody in the organization. They had a great jump last year, but no Kachuk. They're giving up 1 million goals again. Let's get this train back on the tracks here. Ottawa Senators. A lot of people pick them for divisions and easy playoff berth. And again, 6 games in, but panic buttons are being hit all over the league, and there should be one in Ottawa. Don't puck it up, Ottawa Senators. Let's go.
There was an old cliche that kind of kicks around at this time of the year. The points in October are just as valuable as the points in March and April. And you're right. Look, Shane Pinto's off to a great start right now in Ottawa, but Linus Ullmark, a little nervous right now, Razor. I mean, you watched him for years in Boston. Something seems off right now.
Well, no, he's just he's like a typical veteran goalie that kind of works into the season. That's just what he did it last year as well. But the problem is there's so many games in October. Remember, Roberto Luongo would take off until middle of November, Thanksgiving, U.S. Thanksgiving was when the season started. Before that, it was training camp. You get a win here, you get a loss there. You're kind of inconsistent. You can't do it now, and that's where these some of these veteran guys, and Linus is the big one right now who's struggling. But typically, he'd only have played 2 games right now, but now he's got 4, and it's different. So he's got to get going. They got to get going because again, it's tough to pick these points back up.
No, you're right. They lost a heartbreaker, giving up one in the last minute or so against the Islanders on the weekend. But yeah, Ottawa off to a funky start for another former Senator great, Mike Commie.
We all picked him to make the playoffs too. They're making us look bad.
Certainly did.
I thought it was easy, but
jeez, let's get it together.
Guys, stay away from me, man. I'm nuclear already, just based on all these predictions and projections here early in the season. Okay, well, that'll bring it in to this week's edition of the Clearing the Crease podcast. Don't forget, you can always find us on Instagram and on Spotify, Apple, everywhere, YouTube, Twitter, X, whatever you want to call that these days. But we're around. We're around each and every week. We'll be making the Clearing the Crease podcast plays and picks each and every week as well. So don't forget to hop along, have fun, chirp us if we get it wrong. That's what it's all about. And we will be getting at some point, stay tuned for an announcement. The Clearing the Crease podcast poker tournament is coming back as well this fall. So stay tuned for an announcement in the not too distant future with that and a chance to make some legit real cash. And you do it for free. We all like free. So for everyone here at the Clearing,
and we're making cash this weekend.
Yes.
Yeah. Let's recap the picks one more time, Seaball. Recap those picks.
Over Sabres.
Yes.
And what do you got, Seaball? The Seaball, you're the big one. You're the big one here.
Pittsburgh. We got Pittsburgh over Columbus. We've got the Leafs over the Sabres and Tampa over the Ducks. Logic says that seems like it's a real opportunity to hit.
Oh, we're winning for sure.
Yep. Right. But don't say it. Yeah, bring it. And we'll hope to bring that on Saturday night for you and for all of us here at the Clearing the Crease podcast, powered by BODOG. We'll talk to you next week. See you, everybody.